out of here.
In the northern coastal city of Bin Jawad, rebels weren't able to hold off the Libyan troops. They've been pushed back by a heavy attack from the sea. Let's join our correspondent on the ground there, Jackie Rowland, who has been in very close to the front line, Jackie, and seeing and shooting some of the pictures we've just been showing there. Tell us a little bit about your day and what's going on over there.
What we appear to be seeing now is a very concerted effort by the pro-Gaddafi forces to prevent the rebels from advancing any further west in the direction of Gaddafi's hometown of Sirte. And on top of that, we're also seeing very determined efforts by them to try to retake some of the territory gained by the rebels over the last couple of weeks. We've seen a huge use of Air Force planes, bombers, which have not just come in for the occasional airstrike, as been the case in recent days, but have circled overhead for sustained periods of time of an hour or more, dropping bombs, and apparently dropping bombs with more accuracy, because there had been some questions raised about why on previous occasions bombs were dropping short or falling long of their target. We saw about 4 bombs landing within the perimeter fence of the oil facility at the port of Sidra, something which really made you question the tactics of Gaddafi forces bombing such a strategic installation. Anyway, we were able to observe the events around the port of Sidra at a very close distance. The attack comes from the sky. Pro-Gaddafi forces unleash a savage counter-offensive against the town of Ras Lanuf. Rebel fighters on the ground are sitting targets. They're vulnerable and they know it. Gaddafi's bombers have hit an oil storage depot about 10 kilometers to the west. Even from Ras Lanuf, the damage is tangible. We want to take a closer look, so we hitch a ride on the back of a pickup truck. We're not the only ones racing west. Rebel fighters are moving up to the front line. And on the roadside, a reminder of the grim tally of dead and injured. Medics prepare to take the wounded back to Ras Lanuf.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
The columns of smoke loom ominously on the horizon. We move closer.
Well, it does appear to be some kind of an oil installation. And as we approach it, we can see that the bombers have hit it in 3 different points. And this closest point here, we can actually see the flames. About 500 meters away as well, we can hear the rebels are firing mortars up into the air, where the Gaddafi bombers are still circling overhead.
They drop another bomb inside the fence of the oil storage depot. Gaddafi's forces are clearly targeting this facility. The rebels fire multiple rocket launchers. Their target, not the warplanes, but rather a small group of pro-Gaddafi troops on the ground. Those troops are firing mortars from beneath the oil depot. They appear to be outflanked by the rebels. And all the time the dense smoke rises, turning the afternoon into a premature night. We take shelter in a ditch in the desert. Unbeknown to us, the rebels have moved more rocket launchers to a sandbank behind us. The pro-Gaddafi troops have spotted them. They send their mortars thundering in.
Guys, we have to go.
We have to get out of here. The mortar and rocket fire stops for a moment. Our chance to escape. We have been 1 kilometer from the front line, and what we have seen has changed our perception of this rebel force. They've demonstrated more know-how than we had given them credit for, and their courage and determination are undeniable.
Well, a little earlier on, I spoke to one of those rebel fighters. Khalid Kwafi's been fighting in Bin Jawad. I asked him who controls that city now.
We reclaimed Bin Jawad, and then big fighting and firing was there. For a few hours, we didn't see anybody from Gaddafi troops in Bin Jawad, but actually the leader there was afraid because last 3 days when we took Bin Jawad, there was a trick there, so we were afraid from that. So they asked them to go to leave Bin Jawad and stay in the border of that.
How strong are the Gaddafi forces in that region?
I cannot say Gaddafi troops are strong. They have equipment. They have heavy weapons. They have aircraft. But believe me, they don't have anything. They don't have the faith or to fight. They are really afraid and they are forced to fight. So whenever they hear firing or we attack them, they immediately go back and they try to escape from the battlefield.
Well, Russia's announced it's